Hi everyone and welcome for this tutorial how to paint cartoon faces. I'm going to use some barbarian flesh, some white from Procolor, some dark sea blue from Prince Auguste and some vermilion red from Prince Auguste 2. Don't hesitate to ask if you have any question in the comments, to share this tutorial with your friend, and let's go for the paint. I start by priming the faces with a red brown from Army Painter, and now I push my first highlight with Barbarian Flesh on all the faces. As you can see, I'm going to dilute a lot my paint just to be sure it was the consistency of milk, and now I make a second step and push again my highlight only with Barbarian Flesh, and by pushing my color always on smaller and smaller surfaces to create my transition. After that I come back with Barbarian Flesh, I mix with some white color. You can always use directly some elf flesh to make this step, and that's going to give me the possibility to push my highlights on every edges and every important part. Don't worry if you reach too large surfaces, so we are going to come back with some Barbarian Flesh to make some layer to be sure the face will be not too fat. Now I come back with some Barbarian Flesh, very diluted again, and I'm going to come back between my last highlight and the first highlight to push a little bit more shadow. I come back again with some white, this one only some pure white, just to push some points of highlight and to have to be sure to have more volume on the miniatures. I come back again with some Barbarian Flesh, just to have a better transition and to be sure the white is not going to make like a clown face. I come back with some dark sea blue just around the eyes and on different parts to create a start of a beard on the faces. At this moment you can push your color, that's not a big problem because we are going to come back again with a different color just to be sure we have the good intensity on different kind of color. So this I come back with some red to push this red on the noise. This guy drink a lot of beer, so I decided to push and to create a very cartoon face by using a lot the red and the blue on these miniatures. I push again on the lips some red, and I come back just with a little bit white into my red to highlight the lips and the nose. Once again, if you don't want to make some mix, you can always use directly some, for example, right here, you can use not necessarily a mix between dark sea blue and white from Procolor, but you can use some pastel blue that will totally work. This step is here to create better transition and to be sure that we always see a face color. So it's very important to push your intensity and after to come back to remove a little bit just to be sure you will have the right color you want. I come back with white color this time just to put some point of light on some few parts, and I come back again with some Barbarian Flesh. As you can see on this tutorial I use a lot the same color, just in some different way to have a very powerful result, to have a cartoon face. I really hope you enjoy this tutorial. Don't hesitate once again to subscribe to the channel, to share to your friend, to ask any question if you have in comments. And if you want, you can support me on Patreon, so you will have access to a painting secret group on Facebook, so you can show me your paint and I will give you some feedback to progress. For the last step, I just use the mix of my barbarian flesh and dark sea blue to create a start of beard on all the down of the face, just to create a little bit more effect on this part. Don't hesitate to use the side of your brush to make different layer very diluted, to let this paint totally dry and to come back once again if you want something more strong. Thanks again for watching and see you soon on Facebook, Instagram and on YouTube.